So now that the 8th year anniversary is starting to wrap up its celebration, the main question on a lot of people's minds is what's next? So in today's video, we are going to be discussing everything coming to Global Dokkan within the next couple months and how you should approach those celebrations. So before we get into everything coming after the 8th year anniversary, we do technically still have one more piece of content for the 8th year anniversary with this event right here, the 8th year anniversary battle event. It's a really good event. You get some crazy scale orbs and a lot of free dragon stones, so it's definitely worth doing. And it is available starting the 7th, so this is tomorrow at daily login time. So whenever you get your daily logins, tomorrow this should be available. Again, it's a good event, definitely should be doing it. But then after this, that does wrap up the 8th year anniversary, and then that directly leads us into Dokkan Fest Kale. So Kale is a very strong unit, but similar to a lot of other units right now, her teams are just not there. I mean, she's got a couple good teams, you know, Pure Sands, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Transformation Boost, they're all good. But the main thing about her is that you do want to run her with a Universe 6 category ally. So not only in her pre-transform state does she get buffs with a Universe 6 category ally, but then when she transforms, she gets guaranteed guard if there's a Universe 6 category ally. So you really want to prioritize running her with other Universe 6 units, and that can be kind of difficult because, I mean, we could pull this category up really quick. It's really not that great. During this celebration, we do get an EZA for the LR Kale and Kefla, so that's definitely a solid option to run with them, but still, that's only one good unit, and everyone else on this category just sucks. I mean, Physical Kefla is decent, but still not really that great. I guess STR Kefla kind of sucks. She's aged out. Tech Caulifla can be somewhat solid if she has her guaranteed dodge, but there's a lot of events that cancel dodge now, so, you know, her raw defense is just simply not enough. There's the Tech Kale and Kefla. They're not really that great until they stack up, and turn 1, they're just going to get crushed. So this category is just simply not good enough, which is why I really don't recommend you summon for her, because especially now, even if you end up pulling her, it still isn't really that great for your box because you need all these other Universe 6 units, which they're not really that great. So just her use on teams and stuff is very wonky. Maybe if we get an LR Kefla someday, this could really help her out, or an LR hit or something like that. But for now, she is kind of unimpressive just because, you know, her teams are kind of unimpressive. But then right after Kale, that should lead us into Worldwide. Now, Worldwide, I mean, you know, some crazy stuff's about to come for the celebration. We need a new Vegito. We need Beast Gohan. You know, we need LR Kid Buu. So I don't think there's any chance the celebration isn't going to be crazy hype. So let me know in the comments what you do want to see for Worldwide. But we should expect to get Worldwide around the end of August. Last year we did get it the 28th of August, but sometimes Dokkan does change the release date just by a day or two. So just expect it by the end of August for both Global and JP. And then right after Worldwide, that should lead us into the Dokkan Fest Super Trunks celebration. So Trunks is very similar to Kale. He's a great unit on his own, but his teams just kind of suck, right? I mean, Android/Cell Saga is solid, but even when you do bring Android/Cell Saga category allies on the team, he only then has a high chance to guard, so I don't know, his kit is just kind of wonky in his pre-transform state. I'm really not the biggest fan of him, especially for, you know, headlining Dokkan Fest unit. But regardless, he's a good unit by himself. I mean, his teams aren't as bad as Kale, but it's a similar case because they need buffs, because you need to run Android/Cell Saga category allies on his team, and that team, again, isn't really that crazy. But then when you transform with him, it's completely different. This guy becomes very insane. He has a lot of attack and defense. So he's getting attack and defense here, 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 and he has guaranteed crits, so all his attack stats are going to be, you know, even higher because they're all going to crit. So once you transform with him, this guy's really insane. But again, you know, in his base, or I guess in his pre-transform state, because he's still Super Saiyan, for him to actually be good, you need to have the guard. And to get the guard, you need to have 3 Android/Cell Saga category allies on the team, and then you only have a high chance to get the guard. So I don't know, his design is just very wonky. I recommend skipping this because, again, he's not really that crazy. I mean, I think definitely saving for something like Worldwide or Tanabata, which we will talk about here in a minute, would just be a lot smarter. But then after Trunks, we'll have a couple Dokkan Fest releases. We don't know exactly what they're going to be yet, but we're just going to get a couple more Dokkan Fest. But the next Dokkan Fest we do know that's going to come is going to be Turless. So Turless is good. His teams are solid. I mean, he doesn't really have any like team restrictions in his kit. The only restriction he does have is when you're facing a Goku family category enemy, which is still fairly difficult to get because there's not really that many difficult events that have, you know, super class enemies, let alone a Goku family category enemy. So there's still some weird stuff going on in his kit, but I mean, he's still a solid unit, right? If you do face a Goku family category enemy, you're supporting for 3 ki and 18% attack. Definitely very useful. He's got some solid attack and defense buffs. He does build up damage reduction by 20%. I mean, it's not the craziest number, but again, it's still pretty useful. He's still building up defense as well. So throughout the fight, he's going to look pretty solid. I mean, he's got super effective against all types built into his kit. He's got additionals built into his kit. He's got an active skill. So he's a good unit. I would just say for now, because there's not really many Goku family category enemies that are like in difficult events, it just kind of makes this guy wonky because then you're not getting a really good part of this guy's kit. And then if you're running 2 of him, you know, this would be really crazy because then you're literally supporting everyone for 6 ki and then 36% attack and defense. But then also you're completely missing out on that in most events in the game. So, you know, he's still a little wonky, but he's not horrible. I mean, he's still pretty solid. And then there is a part 2 LR to his celebration. So it's an LR base Goku. I feel like we've gotten so many base Gokus within the past year. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I mean, I guess he's good. He's not like bad, but I don't know. He's not great either. He can do good damage, but his defense isn't really insane. He is an AoE unit, so you definitely can utilize him in places like Super Battle Road, you know, World Tournament. But still, his defense is a little unimpressive. I don't know. It's another base Goku, so for me at least, it wasn't really that exciting. So this is definitely an easy skip. Actually, most of the units I've gone over are easy skips. I would say pretty much the only banners you should try and summon on, or at least spend a little bit of stones on, are going to be the Worldwide Download Celebration banners, and then Tanabata. But other than that, if you don't have any interest in the units, you probably shouldn't summon on any of these banners. But if you're like a major Turless fan, I get if you want to spend some, you know, stones on his banner. I'm just saying in terms of like actual value, Worldwide and Tanabata are really the only banners you should summon on. But again, this Goku, I mean, he's not bad, but he's, you know, kind of wonky, and it's another base Goku. And like I said, dude, it's not really exciting for me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But anyway, after part 2 LR Goku, that should give us Tanabata. So literally the next celebration after Turles is going to be Tanabata. This is at the end of November, and then this is going to be at the beginning of November. So LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is actually really insane. He was exactly what his teams needed, which is a good switch for Dokkan because typically we don't get enough for the teams, but this guy's a very good slot 1 option. He gets extra damage reduction in slot 1, which is exactly what GT Heroes needed. Really crazy unit all around. He's carrying over defense into the next turn. I mean, I'm not going to completely go over everything he does, but, you know, he's got a standby skill. When he does that, he goes into Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Majube. So a lot of people think that the Z Duo have a better standby than this guy. I get why you would think that, but I personally disagree. Because this guy's standby just makes him insanely tanky. Like, more tanky than Z-Duo. That's what I'm arguing here. Because this guy gets 300% defense start of turn, 10% damage reduction per key sphere obtained. He gets guaranteed guard with 3 key spheres, which he is orb changing, so that should be very easy to get. And then he is also nullifying unarmed super attacks. So, defensively, this guy's going to be crazy. And then if you get a certain amount of charges, then you go into full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This guy's insane. He's crazy for slot 1. He's crazy for any slot, honestly. He's just a crazy unit all around, right? Just very good release. So that's why I'm saying Tanabata is one of the 2 banners I don't really blame you if you want to summon for. And this is the banner, so I figured we could just pull it up to briefly go over it. Because, you know, I feel like if I'm recommending you should save for this banner, I should at least show you what it is. So the Goku was really crazy. There's a new ban unit, Baby. He's not amazing, but, I mean, he's not bad either, and he's on some really bad categories. So, I mean, he's good for the game, but he's not, like, insane. And then there's the Int Vegeta and Trunks, a very good unit still. In slot 1, they're going to be insane. There's the Tech Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta. They're not amazing, but they have some use, I guess. And then there's a Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. They're going to easy A very soon, I'm telling you. They're going to be insane. There's the 2 Gammas, which are, like, one of the best rotations in Dokkan, so both of them are very, very crazy. There's Tech Pan. Kind of underwhelming, but still a Dokkan Fest unit, and still pretty good in slot 1. She gets damage reduction in slot 1. So, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of good slot 1 options on this banner, which is definitely a good thing. And then there's Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Not really a big fan of him, but he can be somewhat solid in some situations. And then there's Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's probably going to easy A soon. So, between this Goku, between the Vegeta and Trunks, and the Gammas, this banner is very, very good. And that's not to say the other options are bad. Again, Pan is pretty solid. Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku's pretty solid. This guy, I'm telling you, is going to easy A soon. He's going to be great. Same thing with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Again, the LR Goku and Vegeta, the tech one that fused into Gogeta, they're not really amazing, but like I said, they fused into Gogeta. They got really clean animations, and they're still somewhat solid in some difficult events. So, I mean, if you don't have them, it's still good that you pull them. But then, yeah, that's pretty much it with this banner. Again, I think it's one of the best banners up and coming other than Worldwide. So after you finish your worldwide download celebration summons, maybe saving for this banner would probably be one of the smartest moves you could do. And then technically there is a part 2 LR to Tanabata Goku's banner with the Carnival LR Omega Shenron. I mean, I like that they're buffing GT bosses. I like that we got an LR Omega Shenron. I like that we got a 200% lead across the board for GT bosses. He definitely is good on the team. I mean, they made him restricted to GT bosses, but he's literally the main GT bosses lead, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. He can get a lot of damage reduction. He can look somewhat impressive, but he's not a must-have, right? Because this category still isn't good, so... I mean, his release didn't really do that much. We got a good lead for the category now, and a better LR on it, but still, the category isn't great. So that's pretty much the video, just to reiterate everything. After Anniversary, we've got Dokkan Fest Kale. After Kale, we've got Worldwide. After Worldwide, we've got Dokkan Fest Super Trunks. And then again, there's going to be a couple Dokkan Fest in between Super Trunks and Turless, but eventually we will get Turless. And then the part 2 LR to Turless' celebration is the base Goku. And then after him, we're going to get Tanabata, starting with the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then that would lead into the Carnival LR Omega Shenron. And then after that, we'll get like a Dokkan Fest or two. And then I think that leads into New Year's. But that's pretty much it. That's been the video. Let me know what banner you're most excited for. And let me know how many stones you do have saved for Worldwide, because I know that's probably what most players are saving their stones for. And again, let me know what you want to see for Worldwide down in the comments. So once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.